Good afternoon, Sierra Leone. Good afternoon, Kono District. Good afternoon to all the Salon picking the wedding at the diaspora. Una way back home na Sierra Leone. This na David Bongo, the country owner from Kono News Network. Today I get another important personality we get for can talk about Koidu Limited, the Wukmandem, the injustice, and a lot of other things that we need for know is going to be an update where we all already don't get a lot of from the social media, but as always, as I can say, we self can put our own perspective, Panam, and we continue the conversation. So today we get forget the Secretary General, get for can talk to we in this media also, and I want to tell thank you to all the people that we don't subscribe. When I will not subscribe it, I'd encourage you for let una go online, let una subscribe. Again, I want to tell thank you to executives of Kono organizations when I echo. Then they try very hard for bring social justice in the entire Kono district, and so by extension for bring the same thing in the entire Sierra Leone. We get for talk about Koidu Limited, Koidu Holding, Koidu Limited, as people they say, some man they say holding, some man they say limited. But I will just remind una about waiting the company they do na Salon, waiting the company don't do na Kono district. Let we listen to this music and then we will come back for the discussion.
Of a woman. It's not easy. When it's a woman they do that, they must not say no, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
We they suffer.
So they make Papa government and make the poor people there.
For they suffer. Papa government remember we.
Up here they're not better.
They're not better.
It's like another war inside Kono. Octia blood mining. The international community wanna listen to me cry. The poor man they suffer. We big one them now for themselves they care. This na Ebo Chewe versus Octia. Me ain't not a bank. I they talk with in a sea. Yeah. Octia mining. It the money away. Every day and night then they suffer with Octia. Then the money away. Up to your blood miners, all ins, and they run away. And it's how we go, then they follow away. Up to ya, and they suffer away. Up to your plastic. As I wake up in the morning, now they ask me, say, now who's Simon for run now? Up to ya, they monitor me, then they corner me. Waiting man go do, waiting we for do. We don't turn this place, side for sleep in a day, yeah. Up to ya now we run, they make man them mad, they make man them sad. They don't change man them plan, but not to say time. Really things not been bad so. When them make a they cry so, now the crisis don't make a they dry so. Danga twenu, up to ya, I'm a so danga up to ya mama. Coffee uno. Now it's kind big fool, kono man and never sober. Una sit down and the fuel una land. Una young diamond again, una no get right over una land. Hey, I wonder how tomorrow I get for the yeah. I'm sorry for the one that with them big fool because everywhere you were in our wool, yeah. Hey, they run away. Every day and night, then they suffer with Octia, then they run away. Up to your blood miners, all ins, then they run away. And it's how we go, then they follow we. Up to ya, and they suffer away. Up to your plastic.
Tanya with the boom bam. Every day and night, they have me boom bam. Different blasting, shots for the mini ones. Up to your mining. We don't see nothing. We don't see any development inside Kono. We don't see nothing, yeah. Oh, hey boy, what you gonna tell us?
Another nasty, yeah. Let's go. Wanna listen, you know for say.
Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, I'm not going through that music completely. I'll just give my opening statement, and I hope we'll be able to go through this successfully. Thank you for joining us, Sulaiman. We are here today because the situation between Koidu Limited, the workers, and the people of Kono has reached a very, very critical stage. So Koidu Limited is accused of ignoring the lawful demands of its workers on paid benefits, compensation for injured and deceased miners, and outstanding salaries. The company has also been accused of disregarding Sierra Leone's labor laws, disrespecting government officials, see as an attempt to avoid accountability. At the same time, accusations are flying about human rights abuses, neglect of communities, and even criticism of the First Lady Fatima Bio for her intervention in the standoff. This interview is an opportunity for you as the Secretary of the Koidu Workers Union to help the public understand the workers' position, what has been ignored, what justice workers are demanding, and what the future holds for the mine workers in Kono and Sierra Leone as a whole. So Suleiman, in brief, what make I read this now because this message they go far and wide, not just for Salone people them. And I believe say even the people the way they represent this company also, and this new step where they don't take, go follow we messages them. So you can come in and introduce yourself and tell me what are you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bongo. Of course, me, Sulaiman Mansaray, the Secretary General of the Koidu Workers Union.
So currently, who say you day? You dey Freetown, you dey Kono, or you dey out of the country?
I currently Adekono currently.
Okay. So I divide this interview also into different sections. The first section will be on the arbitration. I will ask you the question in English, and if you want, you can answer in English or you answer pan Creole, because I want to let this message go beyond the boundaries of Sierra Leone. Is that okay?
No problem.
Okay. So the first one we're going to talk about is on international arbitration. Koidu Limited has reportedly hired Miscon Direa, a UK-based law firm, to push for international arbitration with the government of Sierra Leone. What is the union's reaction to this move? What's in our reaction?
Well, of course, I think the arbitration way Koidu Limited is trying to see. We as a union, we don't get too much for speak to that because currently we didn't accord with Koidu Limited because Koidu Limited, we believe that there are so many things to do in our wrong. We don't decide to take them to court. We then say in the statement, then they ask a particular law firm na UK or the government of Salon for go do negotiation in relation to the mining agreement. I think we get a case now with Federal Limited for answer at the High Court of Sierra Leone. We don't get no connection to that to go to UK because we Federal Limited be the employee, not to UK then can we go for go do interview. Now, as a lawyer, we do all that. And the labor laws of Sierra Leone, and they follow, we get job. We follow to get the job. So if they breach any of them laws away, as Salon courts, we they take them. So if they want to go England with the government of Salon, I think the we own case being as a lawyer, and I had we expect the court for pass in judgment.
That is very correct. So do you see this as an attempt to avoid accountability to the workers and the people of Kono?
Of course, because they say the good government ample time for negotiate for resolve the problem. And government for we don't force me to go back to job. So the past thing the way they do because the past government we don't get the leverage. I can take you through like where Pakaba will tell you say this company are they above them. So Koidu Limited we get so many things where they do to the people of this country where we do scot free. And as Thomas self come, they take in a number one security for the company. So because of that, nobody will get mind for stand for union rights. So Koidu Limited they do anything where they feel of doing. So the same thing anyone continue with this present government here. But one thing where they fail to understand, that time will be the first with anger. We don't change that narrative. Now we said we follow the rule of law for fighting. The laws are there. The laws and they, the national laws and they, they treat you employ you as if not slave. And the mineral where them people here they come for come mine, for crying out loud. Now we don't land the mineral day. They're not going to benefit out of the mineral. Then we there we left copper. So we say, well, we not ask them for it. Let them increase the salary. We say the money where them budget for we, let them pay we with the equivalent. I don't do problem. The Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security don't engage with them people here for over 3 to 4 months. They don't ever agree with the negotiator. So if they talk say they don't give government ample time, government don't negotiate, the while government go England, we they say and say the big brother system and they want to implement. And we know they accept them. Whatever body it will go, whatever team will government agree with Koidu Limited, if you don't get in your best interest, we not go accept them at all. Because here the problem be, we don't need to go England.
So since this information don't come out, waiting at the government in reaction, it don't officially reach the government in table or it just there on the social media for now?
Well, of course, now social media will scam. We not see any statement from government yet. But we don't make our own point very clear that governments know they negotiate on we behalf. Because we get a solicitor and presently whether they defend being at the court of the High Court of Sierra Leone. So whatever negotiation, then no problem because we don't explain and to them. They don't say there is violation, there is breach of contract. So now them for go negotiate. And we believe say they not go England for negotiate. If they want to negotiate anything, they will go and install lawyer. So we don't make a position very clear that we don't want the government of Sierra Leone for negotiate for we because we get lawyers there, we get solicitors there where they fight with case at the high courts now.
Okay. So let we go to the next section we get for do with the workers and demand and benefits. Workers have long raised concerns over unpaid benefits and outstanding payments. What specific demands have been made to Koidu Limited? Hello?
Yeah, you there with me?
Yes, which specific demands the way the workman then be make with Koidu Limited?
Well, the first way we act Koidu Limited, the collective bargaining. Yeah, I don't even remember the right article. I don't think article 34. It makes them very clear. Say for everybody where they work, we exposed to dust, we exposed to smoke, and what have you. Then for examine them people like for every 6 months they for do a medical examination on them. If the people are sick, then for treat them medically. But from where we don't start this underground, imagine the kind of depth we don't go on at the underground with the amount of smoke people in ill. We get to brothers the way them exposed to they work for cement, then they play with explosive. One day, Koidu Limited, none of them people they have for carry and go examine them people and they. We raise that concern, they say we want to see that particular article there at the collective bargaining agreement. They can't to play. Wherein them we check with brothers and go examine them because most of them now don't begin to die because they don't get that kind of proper medical treatment. We come out there, we demand say, well, now the contract and the show say we now they pay with in dollar. We want the equivalent of that dollar exchange rate there, where then we contract them. Una pay with them that particular rate day. Instead of una go fix them by 650. But before they fix them by 650, then we got a side agreement where they do with the United Mines Workers Union, the Secretary General when I is Dike. And been signed that particular document there, without the consent of the workers. There. So we pick all that day, we bring them to the notice. We wanted them to act on. But for granted, if una they drink bottle water, what are the difference with una and we? We say, well, if una they drink bottle water, the bottle water when they are the mines, una they drink and because una not say it's not pure. So we say, well, let them provide bottle water for we. The underground, rather than the work on the underground, we not get toilet facility. We ask them for let them provide toilets, mobile toilet facility at the underground. And all of them things they have, we've got basic thing they have we don't demand for, it always got a big problem now.
This is really disheartening, and I will say this in English, and because the company is being represented by various legal institutions, within and outside Sierra Leone. And what we are discussing here today is how Koidu Limited has treated its workers and how it also treated the Kono people, and above all, how it disrespected the Sierra Leone government and flouted a lot of agreements that were made between them and the Ministry of Labor. After discussing a lot of other issues that should resolve this issue, they actually did not comply with their own part of it. So I'm sending this message to the international world, all organizations that are connected with Koidu Limited or Octea Mining, for them to know that this company is really not doing the right thing for the citizens of Sierra Leone. Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, let us go before. We will go to the next section. We get for do with the company and conduct. Many accuse Koidu Limited of disregarding Sierra Leone's labor laws and the country's mining regulations. From the union's own perspective, how has the company shown this disregard?
Well, of course, like I say, there's a lot of disregard when they don't disregard laws in this country. The Employment Act of 2022, they make them very clear, say, people where they work in the industry, and the mining industry, they for work for only 5 days. For a week, they for work for 40 hours. But Koidu Limited, the girl brothers, the way they work for 48 hours a week, they know they pay them overtime. We get with brothers the way they work with Koidu Limited, they don't get industrial accident, then their fingers in court, then they compensate them wrongly. All of the evidence this and that they do. We get people them where Koidu Limited they don't do that Koidu Limited, they don't get from industrial accident, they don't amputate their fingers them, amputate their toes them. When they're not able to do the kind of work for the day, the company don't lay them off based on medical ground. They're not able to take care of them, not compensate where they lay them off.
Okay, yeah, we also be understand say hello. Hello, okay, fumble them, the network.
And the pillar bangam.
Sorry, go over that
yeah,
again.
like I say.
Would you get network problem? Fumble them when I bear with we. As I be say right at the beginning, this is not the issue. We'll get back home.
So Kabis, amen. Yeah, hello.
Yes, go ahead. I lost you briefly, so maybe go over that again.
Yeah, like I say. I say we get with brothers where they don't work for Koidu Limited, okay, where they don't get industrial injury, where they amputate them, their fingers, then they amputate their toes them. Koidu Limited don't lay them people and they off without them not compensate them the way they're supposed to compensate them.
Okay. So
somebody finger go cut, where Koidu Limited will take only 2,000 leons, they give the person as a compensation for a whole finger we don't cut.
Okay.
Koidu Limited, we get a lady where we doing business, and them trailer get an accident with that lady, the way they amputate both legs. Koidu Limited only give that lady the 10,000 leons.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of videos of injured workers. I don't see testimonies the way people they don't give. It really pathetic. So I believe say with government na Sierra Leone for really seek this particular interest for the workman them. We know say the arbitration then they request. I don't know whether they don't officially put onto the government, but let government of Sierra Leone understand say na Sierra Leoneans then dignity they at stake. Sierra Leoneans then labor they at stake, then benefit then they at stake. Lots and lots of families will connect to their workman then save their life then they at stake. This is a big test to the Salone government where therefore really make sure say they at least we know say we need investors them, but not to investors the way they can for destroy and disregard all the laws the way we country get and not even value human rights. So we'll continue for go before Sulaiman.
And of course in we negotiation where we start with Koidu Limited, let's just take the family and through, yeah. Where we get this problem, we report to the Ministry of Employment. We get so many back and forth with the Ministry of Employment with Koidu Limited. Koidu Limited they even forge the employee the contracts and where they get now then you file. They forge them, then pull a particular clause, when a clause where they favor the employee, then because they don't peg the dollar, then scan another copy, put on the but in the verification, we will pick them up. So when I don't say, I say then get them very tight with the Ministry of Employment, because the Minister of Labor, when Honorable Mansaray, now somebody will stand for the people of this country, is very much patriotic to the nation, and they do the work with them gam as a Minister of Employment. When I say they know the gap, they know they get along with them. Koidu Limited move from the Ministry of Employment, then go to the Vice President, then go complain to the Vice President. The Vice President invite we go to the Vice President on the same negotiation. We explain to the Vice President. The Vice President give me 2 weeks, say he will try for solve this problem. So it can be the Vice President may get an official assignment for travel out of the country. He travel. Then they will be all right to 21 days strike notice. When they still they continue for call saying illegal strike. Then go to the Vice President for the Vice President stop we not for strike. But we will go tell the Vice President that now the constitution of this country now we follow. Because the constitution of this country say when you aggrieve, before you take to the street, you for write a 21-day strike notice, you send out to the Inspector General of Police, and that exactly we've been do. So the Vice President will tell them, say, no, we will stop it because we don't follow the constitution. So when the Vice President travel, it not been come, so we did on that strike. The same Koidu Limited they accuse the First Lady, so now they move go meet the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Fatima Jabibio. Now then go meet them, say the Vice President don't travel and get this thing where they don't be a bottleneck now the aid. Then while the First Lady come in for can negotiate on behalf of them. The First Lady call we, Koidu Limited and provide transportation for we, and then take hotel for we in Freetown, then pay we hotel bill, then pay for we feeding. We dey Freetown for 4 days complete. We dey negotiate with the First Lady with them. But once where Koidu Limited gets, where Koidu Limited, any way they go, they say this person here not favor them in the odd thing the way they do, then they go against that person. Now make them just go and flip-flop from one authority to another. But this not where them don't enjoy from the past governments then. In the letter where the statement where they make it very clear that the government, how even they address issues in the past. Now so them be one they address this what issue here. But we they tell Koidu Limited say we know the law of this country and we follow within the law saying that this country here. They not go come, they can't exploit we, they marginalize we, they maltreat we, then they go scot-free. We they fight them even if it costs we life because now we just feel the pain.
Yeah.
So if Koidu Limited the right say government not solve the problem, now they not be one the problem for solve. Now they not solve the problem because they not be one idea to waiting government they say. Because if the Ministry of Employment don't step in for negotiate, I think therefore don't follow what the Ministry of Employment they say. Because I own government ministry. But if then they say government, I don't know which other government then they refer to.
Yeah, but also Sulaiman, them being rich way would you understand say Koidu Limited don't agree for do some of them for honor some of them demands them. Then announcement come, we see paper will come out for say yes, the company don't agree with the Minister of Labor or with the First Lady. And then another day we see the same Koidu Limited send another communique where they against or where they contradict them particular agreement where they do. And if you see that we country don't see all them breach of agreements the way Koidu Limited do. Why you think say we country not for done, the government not for done really solve that problem before it reached to this point?
Well, of course, I say one thing we making where I understand in this whole thing. You see, even in the governance, we not get people, not to everybody patriotic. We get some government officers that way they're not patriotic. Koidu Limited will be going to that negotiation day with the First Lady and the Minister of Labor. We reach a point where they talk to we follow accept 30% because they say the diamond price, the price don't fall at the world market. So if we say we insist on the exchange rate for let them fix them, it will result to problem. But as we go along, that was the agreement. As we go along with diamond prices shoot up, we will go back at the drawing board for let them see how they go do an increment in that. So we accept the 30%. In a very good faith, we say we'll talk to membership. Then get a cost of living allowance with them in a GUI of 50%. say they go add that 50% to that 30%, then they add that to a basic salary. Then they provide one bag of rice, they accept it, then go provide one bag of rice. They accept it, then go count mobile toilet facility, where they don't order some rubber them, where they don't count at about 4. That the mines. So we don't reach into that point at all. But also the tie can they, instead of they implement the thing immediately, they say then go subsequently, then go implement them. We pick on that clause, they say we not go accept subsequent because na trick. So we get that tie day, we go back and forth. The first way that we make the agreement we not accept us, so we not go green until they say immediate. So later then go then sign a joint statement for say yes, they don't accept everything. We for come, go back to job. So the day the letter come out, the following day, the first lady and the minister then communicate to we, say then go come meet we, for let them address we, let them talk to we. So that we go back to job, whilst Koidu Limited go start for implement waiting, then don't agree upon. For say then we begin to give you the 30% added to the 50% cost of living allowance, then they add on to the basic salary then. We accept on that way. But because Koidu Limited not be one accept that, because the general manager tell we say even that 30% they not go able to give we. He tell we plain, say they're not going to give we, say they not get that money they for give we. He said so because of that reason, then when they say they not get that money for give we, then they pull a letter now, say then they go into care and maintenance.
So before they agree to that, before they make that statement, they not be don't agree, say they go give the 30%.
Then we don't accept. Then we don't even begin to give a bag of rice based on that negotiation day. Because they agree first, say they will provide a bag of rice, then they will count mobile toilet facility, and then we'll try for see how they will talk on them, the bus service, the internal bus service. Then they say later now, then we'll talk to them principal them for agree on the percentage. Then go to them principal, and they don't come back, and don't go agree now. For them to implement now, then they send letter now, say then they go into care and maintenance. Yeah, from care and maintenance now, we say they dip flat out. Decide say as Sierra Leoneans, before we continue for with back and forth on this issue, we decide for tender with resignation. So we resign. We tell them well because we see say they no one accept, they no one follow within the laws of this country as say. They no one follow the international labor law and the labor law of this country. We say well, we don't want the job again. So we resign. When we resign, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone invites we. He call we. Say because mass number of people for resign at this rate, he say it's alarming. So we go to the president and state house, ask we explain all the problem that we get with Koidu Limited. So he end up for talk to we, ask we waiting go make we go walk back. We tell and say, well, already the Minister of Employment, because instead been there in the presence of the president by that meeting day, the Minister of Mines been there, the Chief Minister have been there. The president plus we are the executive. So we tell His Excellency, we say, well, the only way go make we go back to job. Already they may not sign a joint statement. If they implement that joint statement, they will not get a problem. Will they go back to job? So the Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, he talk and say, Koidu Limited, from that point, I tell we say, Koidu Limited, they press them, say they want reply to them because they don't write them, for say they want to go into care and maintenance. They say, so you just be one get this meeting will go with the president, let's see what thing will be the final take. So we tell and say, well, if they honor that joint statement, they will not get a problem, they go back to job. So the president said, well, not a problem. As long as the joint statement then be don't sign, well, let the Minister of Labor and the Minister of Mines, let them communicate to Koidu Limited for the implementation of that joint statement. And then the people then can go back to job.
So now that side they may not understand. Where it reach to the president self we don't know now say the people then don't agree, they don't sign that document. And later on,
of course, yes.
Later on, then contradict themselves again. I've been the wonder why the government not take any action at that point for hold the company to that particular document where they may not sign. But anyway, let we go before, and we also been here say Koidu Limited during the care and maintenance been they try for thief their own property out of the place. So
well, this is one of the frustrating things in this way we get in this country where they talk of patriotism. We get people in this nation where they're not patriotic to this nation. You know, we always when we go school, we get this pledge where they say we pledge with love and loyalty to the country Sierra Leone. And I believe say if we really honor that pledge day, we for put we country interest first. One thing we baffle we as employees, we be not resign and where the company said we don't pull letter say they don't dismiss. And foresee that we brothers in this nation, they help Koidu Limited, including the police officers that will be assigned to Koidu Limited at that time day. For aid Koidu Limited for move them property then at night. They move most of the major equipment, then midnight, then pull them out of the mines concession. We don't even know who side and carrying go on to this time. Waiting for us and do then when they don't pull a letter for saying don't go to care and maintenance, then dismiss all the expatriate employees, then send them all home. We brothers there, we Kono brothers there, we Sierra Leonean brothers and they may bail them people and they not ever bring them to our attention. Say, then guy they had it by escape. The police officers the way they meet in at the place, where they may guide the concession, they aid the company for do that. We brothers they when I be the drivers and Kono brothers and Sierra Leoneans them, they help them for bail the people them, bail equipment and the valuable ones them, where the guy they don't succeed for bail all them thing and they let them pull the letter now say, include the necessary way help them for bail them, then dismiss them all without benefits, them desert the place totally. They not been get one single person in that compound again. They left then sack all the internal security them because they may get group 4 security where they guide them property. They make sure say they lay them all off.
So
they left the concession so.
you not think say this particular behavior now an attempt for frustrate government oversight or for future operations?
Well, of course, me and you can see on that way, but the one that officing and government officials they wait for get angry about this particular thing, then just get complacent over the thing. Because if me na somebody where they reason, I don't know say this and something way very bad. Because one, even they give the government bad name because we then can act there, then you go lay over 1,000 plus employees, it will create chaos. If we're not being stand and look at the situation, we talk to membership. If we don't be one akono, but try for talk to membership, we talk to them, say, let them not worry, we will still continue for stand and fight this, and we still the fight them. But it's really frustrating. The one the officer therefore implement laws that way for all them people are accountable. We know they see that kind of force from them part.
Yeah, I understand. Say I've been done get some conversation with a group of women then Marampa mines where themselves they see the same problem. Where we talk about so. But anyway, now group of lady the way actually themselves they fight very very hard like where E.S.K they do so for protect the environment. We will come back to that one and day soon. So we they go on to the next part when human rights and social responsibilities. How would you describe the human rights situation for mine workers employed by Koidu Limited? How the human rights people
I clearly tell you say, except for few people, because in life where they say something, you just for pull some group of people where they feel say then be okay. Probably for them, they were okay with what Koidu Limited they do. But I will tell you say the 99% of workers now Koidu Limited, they're not being get total freedom with them in the work. Because now Koidu Limited, I see we been get one expert who we call Mr. Charles. He gets cane where he beat some of we brothers them, supervisors them, where they call themselves then as supervisors them. Then they turn them waste and they flag them. Which kind of human rights abuse is that?
Why you think
so because
Sulaiman, why you think say people they not been they take videos of that kind of thing and therefore bring concrete evidence?
Well, the people necessary for the team in the happen to them they accept them because of this job insecurity. Then they take and say job not in this country. The little amount of money where they give them, they prefer take the beats BRM instead of they allow them follow the due process. Because what think happen now when they don't make some minor mistakes before they charge them, then the man they tell them say, well, either use a pen or use the cane. Then they choose cane. Then they beat them. Big man there.
Yeah, the human resource person be aware of that.
Well aware. Of course, I can tell you say we're not being get a human resource somebody will qualify. because the man who will be gets now somebody will don't retire, then bring them as contractor. And of course, even when they as contractor, I not be see the kind of qualification in the entire system of the human resource, because the Employment Act make them very clear, and the collective bargaining agreement make them very clear. Where employee get issue with in supervisor, the union they will need for intervene, but then be totally breach that particular clause. They know they take the union. They not be consider the union. Where employee gets problem, instantly when they charge them, then they suspend them without due process, and they suspend you without salary. You can go home without salary. With Mark Invest per person, no more like out and the HR department, he say fire this person, then they fire them. The HR manager they tell we now we face say that the people then get a job. If they say they don't want you, you not get option for fire you.
Una when have been the union executives, una be aware of that. Una take any complaint with that?
So many complaints we take. Even the union president then charge the union president on so many occasions.
No,
I send a single mail.
That betray them in the beat people there.
The people not been a complain. The people not been a complain. These are the sad thing pan the old thing. The people let me they accept, like I said, that they choose the cane instead of the pen. So before they charge, they let them beat them.
It's really sad. It's really sad.
Really sad.
For no say this kind of thing they happen inside Sierra Leone. It's really, really sad. I believe say I feel say any other company where they can they after this. They need for really look into them kind of thing, and they for make sure say that human rights abuse is not in the place, and any workman supposed to get in respect. There should be dignity in labor. There should definitely be dignity in labor. And not mean say we person the work for you na slave for you. And I believe say the kind of thing that we've been happen down South Africa. Now the same similar thing and the way they work for bring kind of a country. I believe so with government.
Of course, because like I did say, even the president, the union president, when Mr. Charles Canessy, they don't charge Mr. Charles Canessy of insolence, say because he speak Kono. Imagine somebody that did in your land, that Kono land, they say the man for talk Kono, then charge him. In that charge, then charge the man, then suspend him. I send a mail for defend the man, say the charge is baseless, is unfounding. Then dismiss me for that particular mail was sent. Then send and security for go arrest me to my office. Then all the union computer na me hand. Then delete the email because then get the admin rights. Then they match me out of the man's concession. We go the hearing, on that hearing, they then dismiss me. Simply because I sent a single mail.
It is really unfortunate. It is really unfortunate, and I believe say these are things we government get for really look at. And I understand say the cases have been done reach in a parliament where the parliament been the plan for Sidon and Yeriam, but they not do that. Make them understand for say that kind of so not only Koidu Limited, it might be happening in other places of work in Sierra Leone. So with Minister of Labor, we know say a very vigilant gentleman, make them really continue for look into them situations then they. We will continue for go. The next sector they count on political interference and government responses. The company and its allies have accused First Lady Fatima Bio of interfering in the impasse between the workers and the company. How do you respond to this claim?
Well, like I've been said previously, First Lady involvement, now Koidu Limited bring First Lady into the matter. Because we as employees, we know say when we get industrial issue, the ministry we're responsible for that are the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security. Now then we be don't approach all the time where we don't do on this. Koidu Limited now they move with we, then can we go to the Honorable Vice President? Koidu Limited now they move with we, can we go to the First Lady? And now with the First Lady, they accept the 30%. Now with the First Lady, they accept for say they will provide 1 bag of rice and will give you every month, where they start for ghee. So if they say government interfere, I may not see the interference in me on part, I not see government interference in this.
Okay.
Because all the people that will come in for the negotiation for negotiate on behalf of we and Koidu Limited. Now Koidu Limited bring them. Now they include the Vice President into the picture. Now they bring the First Lady into the picture. The First Lady not just grab no more come into the picture. Then they look for people in the government where then they able we able take side with them. I think we don't able get them people and now make them they say government don't interfere because
Okay. Yeah, so do you believe her intervention was helpful or harmful? Sorry, Fumble, they will get a network problem again. Hello, Mr.
yeah,
Sulaiman. Yeah, I
yeah,
think
yeah, like I say. Now because they're not able to get the government officials the way them feel safe go able to stand for them and bully we because they look for person at the government way for bully we.
okay.
Since they're able to get them people then the way they able to bully we because they try with the honorable vice president, they not see and say he ready for toe line with them for bully we. So they go to the first lady. So the first lady said because instead of not toe line with them for bully we, that make them they go and cry now and say government interfere.
That is very okay. So, based on all waiting we don't explain and we past experiences them and waiting una self don't experience, you think say the intervention be helpful or harmful?
Well, 100% to we the intervention of the first lady it be really helpful because in as much as we not been get 100% which we the ask for, but at least so because of that reason day we be saying say it really helpful. It be really helpful for we and it be really helpful back for Koidu Limited themselves. Because if it be left to we no more at that time, we not be ready for accept even 30%. But the first day they talk to we, he beg we say in small one there with we, na uncle with we, so let we accept them. You know?
Yeah,
Because he talk to we,
I agree with that
he say
because
one of my brothers and sisters then we not go can see this mining company now they cry say diamond price don't fall and we all understand the diamond price don't fall. So please una accept this.
yeah, I will speak specifically on this particular point because Mrs. F involved with that. There's a lot of schools of opinions inside the country right now where they lambast the first lady, where to make the woman put in hand and this year so and let's Sierra Leoneans and the need for understand for say any citizen any citizen of the country irrespective of your political position when you see something they go on wrong when an injustice you need for intervene you need for speak out
Sure.
you definitely need for speak out most of we the Sierra Leoneans we get opportunity for bring justice to the voiceless will they keep quiet will they allow them wrong things and they for go ahead so for let the first lady intervene and not intervene um for say they go usurp in power e no intervene for say in a first lady e intervene because e see wetin dey go on wrong e no accept am and e wan assist so to the one dey wey feel say the first lady really did do bad I believe say dem get for check dem patriotism and dem get for really assess themselves if this was happening to them wetin dem go expect for do so I believe say this na my own perspective wey I dey say and I have right to that. So how do you as
Well,
a yeah yes go ahead.
like I dey say, you know, say Sierra Leone na a political divide nation. People they use politics in this now. They go against the first lady, but I want to make this very clear. The first lady involvement into this, it involved as a mother, it involved as a daughter of Kono, and it also involved as a patriotic Sierra Leonean. And I believe say any meaningful Sierra Leonean where they are then kind thing that with this mining company I don't do to Sierra Leonean people them, it really stand for the right. So if the first lady stand for the right of workers, I don't think saying a bad it do. So let people then try for understand that the politics is different from what we are fighting for. We dey fight for we basic human rights and we survival. So I will not go let the Sierra Leonean community and the people of Sierra Leone, whether they are diaspora, whether they are Saloya, for the use politics or for the use simple aids of the first lady for come at time because of this issue. It's really wrong
Yeah.
because we now for we survival with the fight and with human rights.
I believe say people they don't politicize this to the extent that they even forget the suffering with the workman and they go through. They pay too much attention to say the first lady they split SLPP, they speak the way we don't for speak and none of them people there are not hearing them talk about the suffering where the workman and the suffer and the thing where the first lady been go stand for. Very few people they mention that, but most of the people were focused more on the political side than the human rights side. So let
Well,
me.
well, like how me they say, SLPP issue not really the issue where we dey talk on. We now we basic employment rights issue we dey talk on.
Yeah, yeah.
We no want let them take SLPP issue and can put am per we own problem. We own problem is not political. We problem is surround employment issue. So if the first lady come support we, because definitely you just need for support we, because like I say, anybody when I meaningful Sierra Leonean, when I patriotic Sierra Leonean, when you read this, you just for take side on the righteous path. If the first lady decide for take righteousness and work with them, and obviously commit any crime where somebody will put on politics.
Yeah, that understood.
SLPP politics is different from what we are fighting for.
Sure.
APC politics different from what we self they fight for.
So Sulaiman,
The dynamics of Sierra Leone politics are not for put on power employment and issue.
okay. Yeah, so how you go assess the government in participation so far for protect workers' rights and the interests of the Kono people?
Well, of course, I go tell you say the power where the Ministry of Employment we expect it, maybe probably in some country where they get Salone, the ministry not get that kind of power there. Because we don't see where the Ministry of Employment don't communicate to Koidu Limited, not to one, not to two, where they don't send letters and for do some implementation, for implement something there, where they deny, they know they do them. So government for get that kind of power there for able all corporate institutions they're responsible, especially mining companies, because if we not get a law the way they bring them corporate institutions out to book, then the country will continue for suffer. And we as employees will continue for the work like slave, will not benefit nothing out of the mineral level the country gets. Okay. It's really disheartening when they get the whole government ministry, they communicate to the company, then the company just they take that particular document, they put on a dustbin like a trash.
It's sad, it's sad. So yeah, let we go on. Let we now talk about the future of the mine workers, and let we talk also about the future of the company. Koidu Limited don't express interest for resume based on waiting with the ERA and for even with all these unresolved issues. Waiting at the union in position and under what conditions, if any, would workers support the resumption of mining?
Well, the problem for in the first place, we as workers will not be ever day against the resumption of mining. We not ask the mining company for close. We just ask for we basic right. So if they don't go into care and maintenance, they don't desert their compound, they don't go, then now they request, say they want to come back for car operate. In the first place, we not trust them anymore. We not against them come one. Let's make this very clear, because we not get the right for say let them come or let them not come. But we as workers will not trust them. The reason we could not trust them, we be don't resign, we been expect them for them give we end of service benefits. They refuse for GAM. Instead, what they do, then send a letter say they don't dismiss we. Now we don't go to court. We didn't the High Court of Salo. We the demand for two things. We the demand for we end of service benefits, and we the demands for we short pay plus interest. So whatever negotiation we government they do, we not on we behalf. If Koidu Limited want negotiate, we get with solicitors and then we'll contact them. But at this point, whether they want come or they don't want come, we want the money where we don't work. We want to end of service benefits. We want to short pay where they owe we, and we want interest on that short payday. So that then we on demand as it stands.
Yeah, I see that, which is very, very important. So with all this, what will be the fate of the mine workers if this company ignore all these demand and continue for push for the arbitration abroad?
Well, if we say they look now to what government they do. If government they prioritize foreign and corporate institution above in your citizen them, we say they watch the thing closely. Because as it is, we all right, we say they continue for stand for them as we don't they do. Yeah. We not therefore look at the institution, because then they push for them can't get them the mining resume. But we right for be served by the court of law. Now make we go to court. So the ruling of the court, now we just for take valid. not to the arbitration when they ask for.
And this could be also an indication for every other workman na any part of Sierra Leone, because this one a case not just for una momo. I believe say if una win this case, now all the laborers in Sierra Leone, now all the provinces then, irrespective of what type of job they are doing, because this now for fed for the workman then right. No employee no for seize power over workman then. No employee no for minimize the dignity of employees then. So if we now win this case, now the total labor force na Sierra Leone go don't win this case. Before I come to my last question, I get one important thing one we talk about. Some other group of members then we na mine workers then. We understand say then go form a splinter group. You can tell me about that.
Well, that na the sad reality of waiting the West. They always they believe say where Africans they unite, they're not able to exploit them. The best way they can do now for divide them. Yeah, we get some of the brothers them where we all agree together, but them because they're not able to stand for their rights, they're not able to be angry. Side with management, but a few of them, like I say, now only one, they don't even reach 1%. They don't reach 1%. The company, they don't form up a WhatsApp group with the guys them. They add few of them there. Some of the expatriates and they part of that group there. Sadly, then we add the honorable paramount chief now the group because them be one put inside part of the team, but they don't exit them because it don't make them very clear say you know they part of them. So then we don't exit the honorable paramount chief. But then get other authorities and where they are where they part of that group there. Then get people and where they not even they work at that mining company there. They even get group 4 security officers then where they're not to employ them directly for Koidu Limited. But they're all the part of that group there. Then they pass down say then they able to fight this thing. In fact, they are on demand that they no one court case. Then one let the company come back for can begin to operate like I been there without addressing any of them concern they have would raise. And we get with Kono brothers were the champion of that thing day.
Yes.
So if you see Kono no they develop, I mean maybe they always if you say Kono in lack of development that we pardon are they responsible. But the sad reality now that we get youth man then now of this time, this 21st century, where then they buy to them odd ideas then.
Yeah, it's sad for let you see divide and rule they play at this point in time. So what thing would be your message to the government of Sierra Leone and to the Kono people there?
Well, the message I get to the government of Sierra Leone and that for let them know say we still stand on what we stand for. We case in our courts. They're not for negotiate anything on we behalf without we solicit us them. Because they know we problem more than the government now. Yeah, because what you make I use the word so because government may try for negotiate with we for low accept 30%, but we don't see to when we lawyers and don't look at all the case and don't determine say now Koidu Limited need for pay we a backlog where they call short pay. So government will not be get that kind thing not been come off. Short pay should not be there. So we want the short pay and we want end of service benefit. And we end of service benefit in calculation therefore be on the prevailing exchange rate. Yeah. So I want to talk also to the Kono people that we need their support in this because waiting with the fight for so not for only we as employees then. We fight this for Kono because when you look at Koidu Limited in operation at Kono no get nothing we don't benefit out of this mining yeah. We don't get an artificial in now, but you know they see nothing. Kono no get nothing we don't benefit. Even the people that were they resettle, we say the people that made some of them get water. Now they homes them. They may get their own water well then. Koidu Limited don't resettle them. Presently the resettlement don't get water. They not get the kind of standard houses the way they say they give them. The other two people then will say that Koidu Limited they give fuel to stakeholders there. And I don't believe they giving fuel to stakeholders the kind of development and they will want as Kono people.
Which kind of stakeholders they receive fuel from Koidu Limited?
Well, plenty of people there, but not just one for call name, but government officers, local authorities, they all may receive fuel and Koidu Limited.
Yeah, Anyway, I really appreciate what you say. The kind of things that we don't happen and will they continue for happen. I believe say at this point in time, yesterday when I've been listening the radio broadcast when I get one part your colleagues them been the talk say a good for let this kind of thing they happen. And I really agree with what the person may say. Una will they plant the seed today, una likely not go eat the fruit. But if una continue for plant the seed, the one that will they come after una water them, then the one that will they come after that go yield the fruit. I believe say that is a very good analogy where this person be say yesterday. Let all man not look at the suffering now. Now the big picture people dem for look at, if this injustice una able solve am, any other time now where people dem come for work for any mining company in Sierra Leone or inside Kono district, all the injustice no go happen again. So I want to say kudos to that particular gentleman who una been there yesterday. I don't know his name, but it been
Komba Soka, Komba Emmanuel Soka.
yeah, it been said and they appreciate that very very much. Anything there else where you want to say, way for close up?
No, well, I just want to talk to membership. Let them know say presently we case in a court, and we get competent lawyers there where they represent we. Let we just hold them and wait. Whatever evidence where the court wants from we, let we provide them for the court. So we lawyers then represent in a court, and let we wait for the court in judgment. This is a case where we know the left, and we know they allow Koidu Limited for continue for exploit we land and for also marginalize and maltreat we.
Okay,
Let we stand for the truth and let we stay united.
for sure. So myself go want for send this message to all the workmen and Koidu Limited. Whether we not believe in this cause or we not believe in this cause, we not understand say the union they fight for una all on our interest. If they succeed today, now una all don't succeed. So the best one I can do now for support them morally in all fronts. Una give them una support, and they not hate the company, they not hate una, they not hate nobody. But all that they do now for fight against injustice. I believe say after this particular case, if God make it go through the way it go through, una all go benefit. Mr. Sulaiman, I want to tell you thank you very very much, and I believe say we will continue for talk for the next time. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Family and this na Sulaiman Mansaray, when the Secretary General for Koidu Workers Union. I believe say we don't listen to them messages in several times. Let we continue for support them, we command them. Let we continue for give them moral support. Anybody we believe say you na member of this union, we've been done the work for the company, we no sabotage this effort with the union executive they do. We support them because not for themselves then the faith and all this time where they take so now on behalf. Family them, I want to tell you thank you for wanna listen. This na David Bongo again, the canto owner from Kono News Network. I want to tell executives of Kono organizations thank you, and everybody where they listen to me wanna thank you, wanna share, wanna like, wanna comment. This now on a channel. Now we all get kudos. Bye bye.